Hey guys, can y'all see me? This is so cool. It says live, it says we're on, so I'm guessing that's a good thing. I don't know, it's so weird. It's like I want to look like at the, it's so weird. This is so cool though. I really like it. So I guess I'm live. I hope you guys are in here. Even if you're not in here, you can still view this about me tag. It's posted, like it's on like one of the video slots on my, I have to see, this is horrible because I can see myself and then I'm gonna be distracted. But anyway, it's gonna be posted in as like one of the videos. So if you have to watch it at a later date, that's perfectly fine. You guys can do that. I'm just looking at all the features, trying to see if I wanna have the chat or what have you. I'll allow question and answer. Let me see. I'm gonna try to allow question and answer, you guys. I don't know if it will, because I don't know if I pressed that I wanted to. Okay, well, here I am. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the About Me tag part 2. And if you watched the About Me tag part 1, you saw that I kind of just covered like basic surface questions that kind of like talked about, you know, where I'm from, what my name is, you know, a little bit of background. I didn't talk about education or anything, so I'll talk about that tonight. But what I really wanted to do for tonight was like, I'm in the camera. What I really want to do for tonight is really get like really deep and down and tell you guys about the Fem Focus, how the Fem Focus started, and just some stuff like that. So yeah, it's basically going to be like kind of a story. I'm going to be telling a story. So it's not going to be like question for question like the other one was, but I'm basically going to tell you guys a story and tell you guys how it started, where I want it to go, my vision for it, what I think about it, and yeah, that's it. And if you're watching this, I am live, so this is in real time. So I'm literally sitting in my bedroom right now on my bed, like this, like me. This is not a video. It's not pre-recorded or anything. It's literally live. So that's really cool. And I've always wanted to do a Google Hangout, so I'm super excited about this. So yeah, if I stumble over my words, because sometimes I do stutter, or if I forget something, or if I'm like looking around or thinking or anything, that's just who I am and that's just me. So don't mind that. I'll continue and I'll keep going. But thank you guys once again for tuning in. And this is the About Me tag part 2. Okay, so I think I need to give a little bit of background, and I have 30 minutes, so I'm not going to take too much of you guys' time up. But I'm gonna go back into some of the background that I talked about in the About Me tag part 1. My name is Dorian, and I am from Richmond, Virginia originally, and I reside in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia, specifically Virginia Beach, Virginia. And really the Fem Focus came about, the Fem Focus came about in 2009. So 2009, 2010 sort of time frame. Back in undergrad in college, I went to Norfolk State University and I studied mass communication, specifically broadcast. I really wanted to be a broadcaster, on air, basically TV, all of that type of stuff. And I did that. I did radio for about 2 to 2.5 to 3 years, 2 to 3 years. And I loved it, and it was everything. And one of the segments, my name was Dee Marie on the radio, and one of the segments that I had when I had my own midday show. So I first started off in radio doing the morning show, and it was so funny. I remember it like it was yesterday. I had my tryouts, and I was like one of the many women that had tried out, and they were like, you know what, you're gonna read the weather, or it was either the news. It might have been the news. It was either news or weather on the morning show, and I'm like, okay. And I was so horrible at first, but I had some good mentors, and I had some good, you know, just people just really backing me and showing me the ropes and really showing me how it's done. So so I started off doing the morning show. It was called the Talk of the Town morning show, and it was here in the Hampton Roads area on WNSB 91.1, and it was great. That lasted for a while, and then I wanted to move on to things, so I did the midday. So it was DeMarie in the midday, and I had to kind of engage my audience of women, and my audience of women were between the ages of 18 and 35 years old, just radio demographic type stuff, not like literally, because of course all women, all ages, whatever, tuned into the radios. But so that was my demographic, and I needed to bring the women together in some sort of way. So I called up a high school friend, and she was really good at like think of things. You know how you have that one person in your life that's just kind of like, oh, well, this is what it should be called, or this is what you should do. So that's exactly what I did. And we were brainstorming on a name, and the Fem Focus came up, and I'm like, yo, that's so dope though. Like, I was really hyped. Like, literally, I probably did just like that. So it was really exciting. It was really fun because it came together. It was exactly what I wanted, the Fem Focus. So it was me having a topic about women, and what we were doing was I was giving tips. So I would take about maybe 30 seconds or even shorter, or even a minute. Actually, it might have been like a minute or less, and I would compile different tips about money, about finances, about love, about spirituality, faith, relationships, romance, friendships, anything that I could think of. I would have just different tips. I didn't give advice, because when you're on the radio, you're not supposed to give advice. So it was just different tips about, you know, just different things that, you know, women that would want to hear. And it was really well received. And I'm sorry if I have to look at my phone for a second. I just want to make sure you guys are able to, access it. So nobody's like texting me saying they can't access it. So, but anyway, started off in radio doing the morning show, and it was so funny. I remember. Let me see. Let me get my mind back on track. So it was called the Fem Focus. So that's where the name originally started. That's what it was. Long story short, with me being an on-air personality, I was on-air personality for a while, for the 2 to 3 years. I also did the campus TV station. I did like a video show. I was kind of a host for a video show. I hosted many fashion shows, parties in the area. Oh my gosh, I used to host so many parties back in the day in the area. Campus events, local events, just a lot where, you know, the name DeMarie and who I was had a say-so, but the Fem Focus didn't have a say-so. So we can forward to not present day, but kind of like present day. So I started grad school back in 2012. Wow, it feels like I'm so old, but I'm not. I just went to school like back to back, so I kind of have to think about it. But I started grad school in 2012, and that's when I started counseling, and I have my master's in urban education, which basically falls under urban community counseling. So it's a mental health counseling degree. And I fell in love with the whole concept of mental health, the whole concept of counseling, which is basically you're empowering the client to to kind of solve their own issues. Like 70% of counseling is the client making that effort and having that willingness to participate in services and to want to be better and to want to do better in whatever facet of their life they're getting counseling in. So, and then I'd always remember, I'd say, you know, wow, I still have the Fem Focus. I still think about the Fem Focus. Like, I need to combine it in somehow. And I've always had a knack for empowering, because I've always wanted to be that person to somebody else, that person that I didn't have. And that would be like an older sister, so to say, to little smaller girls, younger girls, little girls, and to women, just kind of like that sister to them. Of course, I have my mother, and we talked about a lot of things, but sometimes you just need that person that's like your age, or that you can be that, you know, that voice of reason, or that, hey girl, this is going on. What is your advice about this? Like, what do you think about certain things? And I always wanted to be that to somebody. I've always loved women. And it's funny because, you know, I do believe for your passion it's the one thing that's the hardest for you to wrap your mind around and to grasp the concept of why you like to do it. Because most people will be like, well, most women say, oh, well, I can't stand women, so I don't want to work with women. But for me, it's the complete opposite. I think we all are individuals, and we're so different, yet we're so unique, and we can also almost be the same. Women can sometimes, the things we do, our emotions can sometimes be the same. So I noticed that I struggled in my relationships with women, and I was like, okay, this is the area that I need to focus on, and this is where my passion is going to lie, because this is something that I'm struggling with. So I said, I'm in counseling, and that's empowering, and I love empowering women, and I have this sort of bubble over here called the Fem Focus, and I was like, I need to do something with it. I need to make it active. I need to, have it still be relevant. So that's what I wanted to do. In 2013, I said, okay, I'm bringing the Fem Focus back to life, and I want to empower women, all women from every walk of life. And that's where the model came in for the Fem Focus, is empowering women from every walk of life. And I said, I'll start off with a blog. So I'll start off with a blog, and I'll start about self-confidence and self-love, and just basically under the umbrella of self-development as a whole. And so that's where that came in. So 2013 is when the blog started. And it was cool. And it's funny how you can start something, you can say, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I want to do it. Bam, and I'm going to go full force. And it's funny to look back because it started July 4th of 2013. And it's funny to look back almost 2 years later now. And I feel like I'm now more so going full force with the Fem Focus and things of that nature, because I definitely, it's just funny because things happen at the time that they're supposed to happen. We always think that, oh, this is and it's great. It's great to have a plan. Sometimes I think so fast before I can talk, so bear with me. But it's great to have a plan. It's great to be structured, and it's great to, lay things out. But sometimes things aren't going to come more into play until, they're supposed to. They're just not going to. So like I said, I'm looking back, and it's almost 2 years that the blog has been there, and more things are coming into fruition with the Fem Focus. I've been in the works with the Fem Focus Foundation, and what that's going to encompass and embody, and what that's going to basically be about. Different events that I have coming up, different speaking engagements that I have coming up, the podcasts, the calls, the collaborative calls, the phone calls, the empowering phone calls that we used to do. Just different things with the Fem Focus have always it's just starting to come full force now. And my vision would be that if the Fem Focus is a household name, just, that people can see and can reverence as an empowering tool for women and girls. The counseling has played a huge part in me wanting to do this. The counseling has definitely made a platform, having my master's and being a qualified mental health professional for adults and for children. It's really opened my eyes, and it's really, just kind of set the tone for where I want to take the Fem Focus. And there's just so many things I wish I could keep you guys all evening to talk to you and tell you about different things. But it's just so much that, when you have so much, when something's so heavy on your heart, or when you really have a passion or a purpose for something, and it just really, you just have all these ideas, and you just have all these things that I know they're going to take time to come. But I just feel like when you guys really find out my story and the things that I have been through, we relate with one another, and we really heal because of the things we have been through. And that's just what I wholeheartedly believe. So with the YouTube channel, with the podcast, with the writings, with everything that's, basically going on and going to happen, I would really say, stay tuned, because it's a journey. It's definitely a journey. That's how it got started. That's why it got started, because I wanted to be that kind of shoulder to lean on, that sister, that older sister, or that best friend to somebody that, maybe I didn't have at the time growing up. And just somebody to really that's kind of spiritual based, and that can really guide you in a positive, that positive, that conscious kind of reinforcement in your life. And that's what it's all about. We are women, but we are so strong. And I do recognize myself as a feminist. And it's not that kind of stigmatized feminism that we have where we hate women, we don't shave our legs, and we go around holding up picket signs that say certain things. No, it's like modern feminism, because I can still be the feminist that wants to shave, or I can still be the feminist that wants to do my hair or wear makeup or lipstick, have my nails done. But I can also be that same person that says, hey, if I don't feel like doing my hair, if I don't feel like having my nails done, or things that we kind of stereotype women with, then I don't have to do that. I think feminism, for my definition and for the modern day feminist, is basically embodying who you are as a woman. What makes you a woman? What defines you as a woman? And I definitely asked that question on one of my Fem Friday posts, and I got some amazing, amazing answers. And it just shows you that people are different, and what defines them as a woman is what kind of makes them a feminist, and it's what they do. I'm going to read you guys some of the answers, because it was really cool to see people, just really answer like that. So let's see. The question was, what defines you as a woman? And I'll just read you some of the answers people said. My ability to withstand and persevere. I believe it's my spirit or personality, how I am able to find love or joy in little things, how I have the ability to love others who wrong me. I also make friends easily, and I like to encourage others. Self-confidence, somebody said, and the ability to carry on that into my daughter's life. Somebody said my respect for myself and others, and my nurturing and caring spirit. Another person said the times that are hard, rough, and feeling like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Then looking into the eyes of my young son, knowing that he depends on me, and all of a sudden something clicks, and I think about my mother, grandmother, and all other great women I aspire to be like, who've been there, done that, and had overcome. Seeing the sun through the rain is what makes them a woman. Is what defines them as a woman. Strength, courage, knowing that they can live without validation for anything. They said they love colored lipstick. Like, you see what I mean? It's just something so simple as that. Somebody else said their grace, their inner beauty, their perseverance, their confidence, and their faith in God. And another person said it's her vagina, her boobs, her curves. It's who I am that defines her as a person. So I think what I really want to bring to the forefront is the modern day feminist. And yes, there are still issues that feminists have been dealing with for a long time, as far as pay, as far as women being ahead in the political realm. Just different things. Women have no voice in, let's say, corporate America. Just the little things that really do matter, and that women still deal with to this day, but bringing it all together in the year of 2015, because we deal with different issues now than we've dealt with back then. And definitely one of the things that I really, want to kind of come to fruition, I want to develop with the foundation is, just a sense of body confidence, because media and culture plays such a huge part in who we are. And trust me, I may be inspirational, I may be motivational, I may encourage, and I may inspire, but there are days where the clouds are more prevalent than the sunshine. And there are days when I feel down, and there are days when I feel like I can't go on, or I don't want to go on. And that kind of, sort of that sense of that darkness or that depression sometimes comes over me. And that's okay, because that's what happens in life. That's what happens to humans. So please don't look at me as this person that is constantly, I'd say 9 times out of 10, I'm just a naturally happy and a naturally, outgoing and smile and personable type of person. But there are the days that, I do feel down, I do feel low. And sometimes I post things because that's just, I post things because it's helping me. And I know that with it helping me is also going to in turn help you. And that's just what the Fem Focus is about, like in general. That's what I'm about. That's who I am. It's uplifting. It's empowering. It's being more than anything that I like. It's being more than the clothes that I wear. It's being more than hair, natural hair. I post about that. I talk about that. It's something that I love dearly, but it's so much more than that. it's taking a look at who we are on the insides, because I think a lot of us, we can post these pretty pictures and we can say these things and we can do all this stuff and we can have a family and be married, but really deep inside we're really hurt and we're hurting people, and we're we're down, and we just are that person that really needs something else to lift us up. And sometimes we look for validation in the wrong areas of our lives. We look for it in men and in boyfriends and in husbands, or we look for it in children, or we look for it, in friends, or just many different things where it's like, okay, no, this is who you are. Know who you are, know yourself, and be okay with that. Be happy with that. Be proud with that. And I think when you have that self-confidence and you have that sense of self on the inside, it radiates all on the outside. Like, have you ever seen a woman and you just see, like, she just makes you smile because she's just so confident and she's just so sure of herself? Like, that's the type of girls and women that I want to kind of bring out. I want to, it's in us. It's in every single one of us. But different things, our experiences, our backgrounds, our statuses in life have molded us, and it has shaped us into who we are. But I kind of want to take something and break that mold apart, because those experiences the experiences don't define us. The amount of money in our pockets, it doesn't define us. How long our hair is, whether it's natural or relaxed, whether we're light skin, dark skin, brown skin, medium skin, whatever skin tone, white, purple, orange, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, we bleed red blood. We still have feelings. We are human beings, and all of this superficial kind of surface stuff just really, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. And that's when you really just got to realize that who you are, be okay with who you are, love yourself unconditionally. And that's what I seek to do within myself. It's a journey. And this is something that I definitely want you all to journey along with me, because it's not something that I am perfect at. It's not something that, I was born with. It's definitely not. It's something that I constantly strive for every day. And that's when I kind of want to help you all to develop in yourselves, is that self-confidence, is that, that thrive for life, that love for everything it is you do, and more importantly, that love for yourself. So I want to be more interactive with you all and just speaking on issues that really matter, that issues of the heart, the things that really matter to me. And it's way beyond hair. It's way beyond anything that's like surface and superficial and materialistic. It's way beyond that for me. So that's what I seek to do. So let me check my time. Okay, I've got 3 minutes, guys, and I would really love to turn on this because I see quite a bit of you are in here. Thanks for tuning in. Hey guys, I would really love to turn on the chat feature, but I don't know how it works, so I'll have to do that for the next one. Oh, let's see what I have in store. Okay, I guess I can do this really quickly for the last couple minutes. If you're in the Richmond area, or if you want to travel to the Richmond area, on May 25th, there is a RVA, which is Richmond, Virginia, Women and Girls Symposium, that I'm going to be one of the panelists. I'm going to have, it's a conference, so I'm going to have one of the breakout sessions, and I'm going to be teaching and doing some things, which is really cool. I'll have more information on my Instagram, so make sure you follow me on Instagram, because there's going to be more information on that. It's at the _femme, FEMME, focus. And also, if you're in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia and you want to travel to Hampton Roads, on May 30th, I'm going to be one of the panelists for the International Natural Hair Meetup Day brunch. And this is a meetup day, and it happens everywhere. So if you're in a different city or state than I am, then definitely look it up, because it's probably happening where you are, or a couple hours away, so you can definitely travel. So if you're in the state of Virginia, this is where ours is going to be happening. This is where, the one for the Hampton Roads area, but I'm not sure if this is housing all of them for Virginia, but this is kind of the major one. It's going to be a brunch that I'm going to be speaking at, and it's a panel of women called Naturals Who Inspire. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited for things to come. I'm going to keep you guys abreast of everything that I have going on, because I feel like, I don't know, you just know when it's your time, and things are going full speed, and I thank God for that. I thank God for his many blessings. I thank God for his grace, and I definitely thank God for his mercies. Yeah, and his favor, just unmerited favor over my life. So I'm excited where this is going. I hope I kind of answered the questions in like kind of a paragraph format, but yeah, I don't want to go over my time. What else? Oh, let's see. If you haven't subscribed to the Empower Her Report monthly newsletter, be sure to do so. And if there's anything else, just please, Instagram is where I'm most active. I do have a Facebook page. I do have a Twitter, but I'm most active on Instagram, and that's when you'll find everything. Yeah, let me see. What else do I need to tell you guys? Be encouraged. Oh, and just, yeah. I think that's about it. I kind of think I'm thinking of fillers to say and to do. Oh, one more thing. I almost forgot. So I'm going to be having a new series on my YouTube channel, and it's going to be called Pow Her, P-O-W-H-E-R Chats. And this is where I am going to be interviewing different women from around the world who are showing their power and just being that kind of beacon of light to different women. So the first one I have coming up is on May 28th, and it's at 9 p.m. and it's here. And I'm going to be interviewing a wonderful, wonderful young lady, and I can't wait for you all to see that. So I'm going to start promoting that soon and making up the flyer and everything for that. But yeah, this is 30 minutes. I told y'all I would keep you 30 minutes. It is exactly 9:30. Let me show y'all. It's exactly 9:30 on the dot. Can y'all see that? 9:30. Actually, it's 9:31. So I'm going to get going, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your time. You didn't have to do this, but you did. And if you did miss out on some of it, or if you know somebody that did, don't worry about it, because this Google Hangouts on Air is so amazing. I love it. I'm going to do the chat feature next time. So if there are any questions, you guys can we can definitely connect and talk while I'm going live. Yeah, but you can watch this. Don't worry. Even though it's live, it's going to be on my channel. So you can watch it after the fact. So I'm really excited about that. I see some people are tuning in, but you guys, I gotta go. But yeah, check it out. I think it's going to be posted maybe in the next couple minutes, or maybe even tomorrow. I don't know. I'll be back soon. This isn't goodbye. It's see ya later. Peace, films. All right. Bye.